Hi, this is NIC PIPS, and I teach you how to give your dollars a job. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and if you could, tap the like button. That helps YouTube share this information with other individuals with similar interests. So, I've created a new Telegram chat, so if you can go into the description of this video, click on my link tree, and then go to free Telegram chat, click on that, and you'll be able to join my Telegram and see where I share trade ideas and what's going on with me and when I post new content to YouTube. So let's get into today's content. Okay, team, this is going to be a walkthrough video of MT4 on the iPhone, iOS platform. So first and foremost, you want to go ahead and download the Mt4 app. It's in the top left corner. All right, it says MetaTrader 4. Go ahead and go into your app store, search for MetaTrader 4, and download that app. Please do not download MT5. We're using MetaTrader 4. So once you download it, go ahead and click on it. It should open up and load up a demo account, and you should be on this screen right here. Normally opens up on the quotes. All right, first thing we want to do is you want to go ahead and select a broker. If you're on the team, just download or go ahead and open up a broker account with the broker that your team is using. How do you do that? When you come in here, you want to just go to new account, and right here you see it says open demo account. Select open demo account, search for the broker. So for instance, if you're using FX Choice, you start typing in FX Choice and you'll see you get the demo options there. So let's say I want to open up a FX Choice Classic demo. I go in here and just put in my information as it suggests and then hit register, and that will open you up a demo account with that particular broker. But as you guys can see right here, I already have a demo account with my broker, Osprey FX. If you're interested in that broker, the link will be in the description of this video. And as you can see, I have a couple other accounts on here as well because you can have multiple accounts. Now, if you have more than one account, just go into the account section, hit the plus button, log into existing account. Same thing, search for your broker, select your broker server, and then use your login information. Like, for instance, if I click on this one right here, it's going to give me the option of to hit my login information. You'll get that from your broker when you open your account there, demo or live, does not matter. And you can attach those accounts here, and you can click on them, and it'll log you into those accounts, as you can see. All righty. Let's go back to that demo account. Now, once you got your MetaTrader 4 set up, you got your demo account open, and when you go to the accounts, you see your name and your demo account right here at the top, where it has the account information. You're good to go on to the next step. So let's go over to the quotes. Quotes is where you're going to find all the currency pairs that you're trading. So as you can see, I have quite a few listed here. Now, when you first get started, you're just going to have some of the major pairs there, which are going to be the USD pairs. So what you want to do is you want to hit the plus button on the top right. That's how you add a symbol. And as you can see, I'm going to have a search option at the top. So let's say you want to add GBP NZD. Right? There you go. And it gives you the option that you have for that pair. So that's the quickest way to find a pair is to go ahead and do a search. Now, if you know what the pair is and where it's, like if I'm looking for a metal, click on metals. And right there is going to list all the metals that are available for your broker. Every broker is going to be different. Cryptos, it shows all the cryptos listed for that broker. So if you do not see a currency pair that you're looking to trade or can't find it inside of your ad symbol, that means your broker does not support the trading of that particular currency pair. So just beware that every broker does not support the trading of every single currency pair. But let me add one in here just so we can see. I'm going to go to energies. I'm going to add UK oil. All you have to do if you want to add is hit the little plus button to the left. Now you see it's gone out of that available list. If I go back, go all the way to the bottom of my list, you see UK oil right here at the bottom. Okay? That's how you add currency pairs. If you want to rearrange them on iOS, hit this little pencil button. You'll get this option with the 3 lines to the right. And if I hold down on that and drag up, I can rearrange them if I want them in a certain order. Based off of either the alphabetical order or the currency pairs that I trade the most versus the least. You can do that. Hit the pencil button to confirm it or close that option. You also can select advanced. Down on iOS, that's going to show you at the bottom, you see it has the low and the high. That's for the day. And then you see what is called the spread to the left, right up under the name of the currency pair. That spread is important when you're trading because that's the difference between the price where you enter the trade and what you have to cover to get into profit. So for instance, AUD USD, you see right here, it has a 1.3 for the spread. That's equivalent to 1.3 pips. So every 10, the number there that's listed, If it's 10 there, that means that's 1 pip. If it says 20, like GBP USD says 29, so that's close to 3 pips. Okay, so that's how you would do that. Just move the decimal over one option to the left. Alrighty, so BTC USD at the very top says 681, so that's equivalent to 68 pips. All right, 51 pips. As you can see, it's jumping around. Spreads are dynamic, guys. Alrighty, so that's how you would see your spreads. If you don't want to see all that, just hit simple, and now you have the simple option. Now, next, we're going to go over here to charts. Now, this is where you're going to probably spend a lot of your time, especially if you're trading from your phone and not using TradingView to do your charting. So let's go over the top first. To the top left, you have the H4, so that's going to be your time frame. That's where you're going to select what time frame you want to view. If I click on the H4, now you see I have M1, M5, and so forth available. Those are going to be your time charts. So when I hit H1, that means every candlestick, if I pinch and zoom out on my phone, every one of these candlesticks represents 1 hour of price movement. If I click on H1 again and select D1, now every candle represents a whole day worth of price movement. All right, so that's going to be where you select your time slots, right? What time frame you want to look at. Next, the plus or the crosshair. That's how you bring up the crosshair. As you can see, when I move my crosshair around, if I want to know what the price point is at this particular level right here where I'm moving the mouse, as you can see over to the right, it's highlighted in white. It has the price. So if I want to put my stop loss there, I would put in 1976.15 if I wanted my stop loss at this particular level where I have the crosshair for. That's what the crosshair is for. Pretty cool. Hit the crosshair again and get rid of it. Next up is going to be the little F. That stands for function. This is where we will add in indicators. Alrighty. So main window, if you want to add indicator there, click main window, find indicator you want to add. Let's say I'm going to add a moving average. Right there. Click on moving average. Tell it what period I want to use or the length, depending on what verbiage you use. Most popular one is going to be the 50 moving average. Select what method you want to use. Simple, exponential, smooth, weighted. All right, I'm going to go with exponential. And apply the close. You can change that. You got a couple options there. We're not going to go over which one you would select. Close is the default. I'm going to stick with that. And yeah, if you want to change the color, go right there and click on colors. I like mine. Actually, I like mine red. So let me go back to red. And the width at the bottom, if you want to know how you want to change how thick that line is going to be. I'm going to select 4 so that way I can see it. Make it real easy to see. I'm going to click on save. Now, you have to make sure you hit done here. If you do not hit done, it will not add that onto your chart. So once I hit done, as you can see, now I have this red line going through my chart. That's going to be the 50 moving average. Alrighty, so let's go back to the F. As you can see, now under my main window, I have moving average listed. Now, if I want to add something at the bottom where it says indicator window 1, where I currently have the RSI, I'm going to click on the words indicator 1. Let's say I want to add in a parabolic SARS. That's another one. No, let's go with the MACD. That seems to be a popular one. Again, you want to select your settings. Once you get that set the way you want it, hit done. Now you see at the bottom, it added a MACD on top of my RSI. Alrighty, go back to the function. If I want to get rid of it, I just swipe to the left and select delete. Bam. Now, Curtis, what about if I want to add another indicator window? I don't want my MACD to be on top of my relative strength index. All you would do is go to main window and go and find the MACD and select it and apply it by hitting done. And now you see I have RSI with a MACD below it. Now, you may not want to do that because you don't want to have all that taking up your screen real estate. And if you take your phone and turn it to the left, it gives you more visual width-wise from left to right. Okay, as far as your candlesticks on the screen at once. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and remove that MACD. Alrighty, but you can add as many of those as you want to. I'm gonna go ahead and take off this RSI. I'm a naked trader. I just trade the candlesticks. Alrighty, so let's go back and let's look at the next option at the top, which is going to be the object tool. If I click on it, as you can see, it gives me a couple of options where it said add object. If I want to see more options, just hit that the word add object. And if I scroll down, you can see there's a lot of options here. All right, so you're going to learn how to use all these, but let's go ahead and use the rectangle tool for now. I'm going to select on shapes, rectangle. Now you see in the top right, I have a little square or rectangle looking option, right? So that lets me know that I'm in the object tool option right now. So if I want to draw a rectangle, I would just hold my finger down in the area where I want to begin drawing, and I just drag my finger to draw. So like for instance, I'm gonna draw right here at this resistance area. See, and when I click on it and I start dragging, you see in the top left, it has like a zoomed in view. Okay, so that's pretty cool because it's gonna let me know where I'm dropping it at. So if I want to be very precise and put it at the top of this particular candlestick wick, I can drop it right there. But again, I'm just gonna go right here across the top and bam. And I'm gonna click in the middle where it had the little dot. If I double click it, you see it brings it back up. That's how you go in there and modify. So if I click that dot and you don't see it, now if I accidentally click on that rectangle, it's not going to do anything. But if I click to the center of that rectangle, now I have the dots. Now if I want to rearrange it, grab in the middle, I can position the whole item. Or if I want to delete it, I just long press it, and it gives me these options to go into properties, to modify things. Alrighty. Or I can just long press it, hit delete, and now it's gone. So you can do that for any of these objects, guys. So go in there and play around with it. Get used to it. So that's the objects tool. Next option is going to be trade. Select trade. And all it's going to do is whatever pair you're on. As you can see to the top left, I'm on XAU USD day one chart. So if I want to do a trade or place a trade in this particular currency pair, I just go to trade up here in the corner. And it gives me the option to select my options. At the very top, you're going to see market execution. That's the order type. Market execution means I'm going to get into the market right now. I don't want to wait. I want to execute at market price, current market price. As you can see at the bottom, you have two lines, a red line and a blue line, and it's moving dynamically. That's the price. That's going to be the bid and the ask price. Difference in the two, or how wide they are apart, is what the spread is. Remember, we talked about the spread. So that's your spread. All right. Now, let's say I want to do a market execution right here. I would just hit sell by market. It will put me into a sell position. If I hit buy by market, it puts me into a buy position. Now, let's go ahead and do that just to see. I'm going to hit a sell. As you can see, it placed me into a sell order. If you look over here to the bottom left, it says sell at 0.01. That's the order that I just actually placed just now. If I want to modify it, come to the bottom where it says trade. Click on it. These are going to be my active orders right now. And at the bottom, you see that's that order. If I click on it, it shows me some more details about it. If I long hold it, I can close the trade manually from here. I can modify it, go and put in a stop loss. And so let's say I'm in a sell, so my stop loss would be higher. I'm going to put in 5.5. As you can see, it says modify. If I click modify, it's going to change that order. If I go back to my trading screen, as you can see right here, I have a stop loss that has now been entered at the top left there. Okay, let's go back to my order, long press it. I'm going to hit modify. Now, if you're trying to put in your stop loss, so let me put in 1933. You see that? 0.00 modifies grayed out. That's because I'm in a sell order and I cannot place a stop loss lower than my entry price on a sell order because that's not valid. Now, if my trade was in profit already, then I can place a trade lower than my entry price, right? That's what we call a stop profit. But that's how you would go in there and modify your orders. Again, long press it. You get the option to go to the chart. If you want to go look at the chart and get an update on where the trade is going, go back to trade. If you swipe to the left, you get a couple of options. A lot of those options are going to be the same. It's what we already know. If you hit the pencil, that's to modify the order. Hit the plus, that's to go and add a new position. AKA, it gives you the option to add a trade in. All right, we don't want to do that. All right, the chart is going to be on the far right. That's what the little, the L-looking shape with the lines on it. That's the chart, okay? Just shortcuts to those same things. All right, that's the modifier or close the order. So you see, I'm getting ready to close the order. If I'm inside this screen, I can swipe to the left, hit that little check box. That's the option to close the trade. As you can see, it says close number, and it has my order number and what size of that trade, okay? Let me show you another trick while we're in here. So let's go back to that. I'm going to go to the plus to add another position. This time, I'm going to add in a bigger lot size trade. So now you see I have two positions for my sell orders, right? Now, if you want to do a partial close, swipe to the left, hit the button for close, which is the check mark. Now you see at the top it says close order number sell 0.10. And right up under that, it has an options, right? If I click on that, I can type in 0.05, which is half of the 0.10 trade that I'm in. As you can see, I can close half of it and leave the other 0.05 open. That is how you would do a partial close. So let's say I'm up 75 pips on the trade, up $300, and I want to go ahead and secure $200 of it. Just do the math on what position size you want to close, and you'll be able to close partials and secure that particular profit, get it off the table, and leave the rest of it running. Okay? That's how you do a partial close. If you want to just close out the whole trade, again, you swipe to the left, hit the check box. It's going to already be with the whole full position. Hit close with the loss or close with profit, depending on your situation. Again, if you don't want to swipe to the left, long press it. It gives you the options there as well. I can still click close and close. Bam, there you go. So that's going to be how you modify your trades. Next option on the bottom. Well, we're not going to talk about the details of this at the top, but your balance, your equity, your margin, that's all the numbers when it comes to the math of your account. The higher your leverage is on your account, most brokers use 1 to 200, 1 to 500. Some go as low as 1 to 20. Just know that if that margin percent gets too low, you're going to have some issues, right? So as you see right now, my margin is currently $88.60. That's how much of my balance is tied up in that trade. That number gets too high, your broker may start closing out your orders because you're risking too much of your capital. You over leverage, all right? Next up is going to be the history on the bottom. Click on history, and it shows all of my trades for today. As you can see at the top, I have a couple of options: day, week, month. You can look through that. It has a summary at the bottom. It shows your profit or loss for that particular time frame, and you have custom, where you can go and select specific dates if you would like. All right, let's say I want to go back to June 1st, 2020, and I hit OK, and it's going to change and update that particular set of time, right? So, yeah, next up, settings. Now, on our chart, you see how it's green and white. Maybe you want to change the way your candles look to better identify the candles, right? Or make it look similar to your team's setup. So come over to the settings, go to charts, and as you can see right here, you have the option to select line chart. So if I go back to my chart after selecting line chart, you'll see now I have just a line chart, no candlesticks. Okay, go back, charts, go back to candlesticks. Now, as you can see, there's a couple different options right here for period separators. If you hit the check box on that one, period separators is going to put vertical lines between each trading, in this case, the trading week for the day, but on the H4, it's going to be each day of the week. So as you can see right here, these period separators let me know each day's time frame as far as the candlesticks. So let's go back to charts under settings. We can cut off the period separators, right? Go down to the bottom. We have the colors. So click on colors. Here you have a couple of schemes or templates. If I go black on white and go back to my charts, now you see my screen looks totally different, right? So go in there and play around, but you can change the color of your charts. Just know I normally go to custom, and I go and make it look the way I want. So, for instance, bar up is going to be your bullish candles, right? So if bar up, you want that to be, let's say, green. Select green. Hit save. Bar down, let's say you want that red. Let's select red. Hit save. Bull candle. Again, that's going to be the up candle, right? We went green. And bear candle, we went red, right? Hit save. There you go. All right, so let's go back and look at what our chart looks like now. Now you see, I still have the white background, but I also have those horizontal lines going left and right. Let's go get rid of those. Go back to your colors. Now, I believe that's where your grid comes in at. All right. Let's go ahead and make that plain white so that way it matches our background, which is currently white. Now, when I go back, those should be gone. Now you see those horizontal and vertical squares that were in the background are now gone. So go back to your charts, go back to your colors, and you can go in there and play around with that to make it look however you would like when it comes to your preferences, okay? But just know you have those options. Key thing is to remember, once you go into a candle, select the color, make sure you hit save at the top left. If not, it will not save your updates. All right. So, yeah. I don't really use the journal or any other things inside of here, the mailbox or the news. So don't worry about that. But just know when you're adding a new account, come to new account. If it's an existing account, use that. If you open up a new account, go right there to open it up. Also, if you click on your accounts at the top where it has Curtis Nickerson, Osprey FX demo, I click on it, that gives me all the accounts that I have in this particular app. If I want to delete one, just swipe it to the left and you can hit delete if you want to remove that from this particular device. It does not close your account. It does not delete your actual account. It just removes the connection to it from this version of your MetaTrader 4, which is on your smartphone. Okay? So that's the nuts and bolts of trading through MetaTrader 4. Do me a favor, guys. If you enjoyed this walkthrough and it was helpful and beneficial to you, drop a comment below. Hit the like button for me. And if you have not already, subscribe to my channel. I look to add value to all traders, new, intermediate, and advanced. And hopefully I'm doing that as well. And these videos take some time to make. And a small gesture like hitting the like button and leaving a nice comment really helps out and really motivates me to do more videos like this. So thank you, guys. Y'all have a great day. Peace.